right, we are live. So you can see my mat. Welcome to my home. It is rainy here in Austin, Texas. I'm gonna turn down those lights so they're not so extra. This is my living room. My boyfriend is in the dining room on his desk. So if you hear any noises, it's him or my crazy kitten in her papasan chair currently sleeping right now. She's usually pretty chill when I start teaching. So let's hope that she stays that way. This is our 4 p.m. 45-minute vinyasa flow. If you were with me yesterday at 5:30, it's going to be the same flow of drawing in towards the midline, in towards our center. We're flowing to center and really working and engaging in becoming aware of our deep core muscles. So we have lots of plank, lots of side plank today, but it's going to be a little different from my usual vinyasa flow if you've been with me, more creative. I was practicing with my teacher online, Shanti Kelly, and a lot of this class is very similar to her class. So if you like this class and you want to check out more of the roots of it, you can go to Shanti Yoga Practice on YouTube and subscribe to her. She's an incredible teacher with so much knowledge and skill and wisdom. What else? Oh, I have a Spotify playlist for this class. It's called, I think, Flow into Center or Flowing to Center. So that one is on my Spotify. If you go to Kiana AA is my handle, and it should be the first playlist there. Or you can go to my Instagram story. My Instagram handle is Kiana Sabri. You just click on my story until the very last one I just uploaded, and you'll click on the playlist picture itself, and it'll direct you right to Spotify. If you have the means to donate for this class, please do that. You can donate to me directly on my Venmo or PayPal, and that is also on my Instagram bio. And just click that and it'll drop down multiple options, and you'll just find my Venmo, or you can message me directly for PayPal, or you can donate directly to Black Swan Yoga Austin. All of the donations go directly to his teacher, so thank you if you can donate, and I'm so excited to practice with you. We'll get started in probably about 7 minutes. I know it's been one of those days. I've been lounging around the house. I also have this really cool thing. It's a hi, if you're just now tuning in. I'm showing my light. So I got this on Amazon, and the lights themselves, the light bulbs. But I got the whole setup from IKEA, and you can literally pick any color on here that you want, like a deep blue or green or purple or pink. Red's really cool too. Oh. Yeah, so if you want one of these, if you're feeling the vibe of the rainbow color lights, do it. Get them on Amazon, they're pretty cheap. I'm gonna get everything set up for class, and we'll get started in 5-6 minutes. I'm checking online right now to see if we are synced up on our website, blackswanyoga.com/live. Just started raining again. Cool, we're in. sure you have some water or another beverage of your choice next to you. I will be using one block today, but I always make my classes accessible if you don't have any props. But if you have a block, have it near you. If you have blankets or pillows or cushions that you'd like, going to get water now. Cool. Yes, get you some water. You're gonna feel some fire in the core today, that's for sure. What else? Oh yeah, so we have some triangle, some hamstring opening, some groin. So yeah, having the blocks or just a prop is always nice, but I always modify, bend the front knee, bring your fingers to the ground instead of your palm. So you'll be just fine today. Are you being a good kitty cat? Are you being a little good kitty cat? Oh, you're so cute. If you hear that, that's thunder. Oh my gosh. The sky is raining. It's coming down. It's been pouring heavy since before I woke up. When I woke up at like 10:30, 11. If you were with me yesterday, this is going to be the same style of class. If you weren't with me yesterday, this is going to be a class that we focus on finding our center, flowing to our center, our midline. So we are connecting to our deep core and working a lot of twisting. And twists always come from our core, and with that in mind and always keeping the focus that way instead of forcing the twist with other pieces of the body, you get a greater energetic effect, but you also keeping your body, your spine safe. That's the biggest thing for me in practicing yoga, is keeping the body safe. So our focus is core, our center, our midline, and drawing into that, while also finding this expanding, this blooming energy. Hello, if you're just now tuning in, welcome. I have a Spotify playlist for this class. It's on my Spotify. Kiana8A is my handle, or my name on there, you'll find me. Or you can go to my Instagram story. My Instagram handle is Kiana Sabri. And you'll just click on my story until you find it. And it'll be on there. If you'd like to listen to your own music, jam out to your own grooves, and if you like some music, you could always use mine. Or if you feel like just flow into the rain if you're here in Austin, because it's coming down now, you can always do that as well. So our focus, our intention today is breathing in stillness and breathing out peace, and I will remind you that several times throughout class. And really what stillness provides for us is peace. So when we can quiet what's going on internally, the mind, it doesn't have to always mean physical stillness. This is an internal, a mental and energetic stillness that you can be right here in this present moment without any distractions or things or thoughts or energy pulling you in different directions or in time. So we can find this place through stillness, and from that there comes peace, and there comes happiness and joy. And I hope that you can bring forth more of that into your life, because the real yoga begins once we step off of our mat and life starts to present things to us, where we can really embed and find yoga throughout everything we do. So let's start in a child's pose today. If child's pose is not an option for your body, you can lay on your back, hug your knees into your chest. Let's get right into it. If you notice, I may be talking a little louder as the rain fluctuates and moves in and out. Bear with me. Yeah, let's start in a child's pose. So send your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands long to the front of your mat. And set your forehead down on the ground. And this can be a wide leg child's pose, or your knees can be together. It's really what feels good for you. And we'll just start with a check-in today. So give yourself a chance here to fully arrive on your mat and just let go of any tension that you may be holding on to anywhere in your body. And mostly we hold tension in our shoulders, our neck, our glutes, our hips, and our belly. So can you ask these spots within to soften down? Just feel the gentle pull of the earth sink you down onto your mat. Feel the temperature of the room on your skin. Notice the sounds that are around you. Maybe you hear rain, maybe you hear birds or wind. If you have kiddos in the background or animals, just notice what you hear. And without engaging, just observe through your senses. And begin to deepen your breath. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And take your time through each round as you start to work and shape a balanced, smooth breath. So your inhale and exhale are the same length. And if it helps you to count in your mind, you can do that. I always like to start with 4 in, 4 out. And if I feel called to it, I'll slowly work my numbers and the length of my breath higher. And with each inhale, feel your rib cage expand as your breaths fill with as your lungs fill with breath. And as you exhale, you feel your body sink down, your torso over your thighs. Every inhale you expand, you feel your diaphragm move down as your belly lifts. And as you exhale, there's this softening quality. There's this surrender as you move inward through the guidance of your breath. And you'll let this breath be the foundation of your practice today. Breathing in stillness and breathing out peace. With your next inhale, let's come forward to tabletop, nice and slow. And stay as you exhale, stack your shoulders over your wrist, your hips over your knees, and you can press the tops of your feet into the ground, or if you like to counter that child's pose, just tuck your toes under and press your toes and the balls of your feet into your mat. And we'll do some dynamic movement with our breath, with cat-cow and child's pose. So with your next inhale, find cow pose, move slow. Drop your belly down, lift your heart in your tailbone, then bend your elbows back towards your thighs a little bit as you claw your hands into the ground. And exhale into cat pose, push into the earth, round your back, tuck your chin in. At the end of your exhale, find your way back to child's pose, send your hips to your heels. Inhale, cow, come forward, elbows bend back slightly, lift your heart in your tail, you may look up. Exhale, cat pose, round yourself back into child's pose. 2 more, inhale, cow, bend your elbows back, lift your chest, claw your fingers into your mat. Exhale, cat pose, back to your child's pose. 1 more, inhale, cow, elbows in and back, lift your chest. Exhale, cat pose, back to your child's pose. And inhale, come through cow, lift your heart, elbows bend slightly. Exhale, round into your back just a little bit here and tuck your chin in. So your elbows are still micro bent. You're like in between a neutral spine and cat pose. Then inhale, find your neutral spine. Keep your elbows slightly bent and wrapping back towards your thighs. And if your toes are not tucked, tuck them under and tabletop hover. Hover your knees off the earth. Elbows back and in. Inhale. Exhale, just lift your hips up and back a little bit more. Keep your elbows bent and wrapping back towards your feet. Inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Keep your elbows wrapping in towards your shin bones as you find your stance within your legs. And work to straighten into your arms. So push your fingertips down and away from your mat. Press your heels into the earth. And you can start to pedal your feet side to side just a couple of times. Look at your hands, make sure they're about shoulder width apart. Check your feet, they're about hip width apart. The reason why we did this work of bending the elbows and wrapping them back towards your shins is to find the perfect engagement within the arm bone shoulder socket area. So instead of pressing the heart back, bringing the head towards the earth and finding this bow within the body, we actually have the engagement, the activation, the safety we need for the longevity of the shoulder joint. So with your next inhale, let's come forward to plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Lengthen your sternum past the front of your mat. Exhale, down dog. 1 more, inhale, plank. Stay in plank as you exhale. Push your fingertips and your finger knuckles into the earth. Inhale, hips higher. Exhale, lower to your belly. You can always drop your knees first. Untuck your toes. Slide your fingertips back to nipple line. And again, hug your elbows in. Inhale, cobra. Pull your hands back and down. Lift your heart and push it forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra, lift higher, pull your hands back. Exhale, release. 1 more, inhale, cobra, lift, fire up your thighs, press your feet down, stay up as you exhale. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, release. And inhale, tabletop, hands and knees. Stay as you exhale, adjust your stance. Then inhale, open your right arm to the sky, look up at your right thumb. Exhale, thread the needle. Thread your right arm through your left arm, lower your right shoulder and ear to the ground. And you can slide your left hand to the front of your mat if you'd like to, or you may even take a half bind. Bring your left hand to your right outer hip as you wrap it around your lower back. With all that shoulder and arm stretching or work that we've done to find the engagement for downward dog, just take this time here to stretch and release your right arm and shoulder muscles. And twist your chest down to the ground. And bring your left hand to the earth under your shoulder. Inhale, open your right arm to the sky, modified side plank. Slide your right leg back. Move your left foot back behind you a little bit. And pull your lower belly in. So press the outside edge of your right foot to the ground. And we have lots of side planking today. If you feel any injury or you have past injury or trauma to wrist or elbows or shoulders, you can always take this as option A. And if this does bring any pain or discomfort to your left wrist, come up onto your left fingertips. So we're still finding that line through the side as we engage the core. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, open your left arm to the sky, look up. Exhale, thread your left arm through, over to the right. Lower your left ear and shoulder to the ground. You may slide your right hand to the front of your mat. You may also take a half bind with your right hand, really your choice. Just wrap your right armpit down to face the ground to feel even greater stretch through your left shoulder and arm. And breathe. Work on the inhales to find peace within your exhales. And bring your right hand to the ground under your shoulder. Inhale, open your left arm up, move into your modified side plank. Extend your left leg back, sweep your right foot back behind you, and your left toes point to the left side as your heel points to the right side of your mat. Remember, if you feel pain, you can always come up onto your right fingertips to relieve any of that wrist strain. This is always your option one for side plank here. Inhale, belly in. Exhale, tabletop. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward dog. And inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Look to the top of your mat. Exhale, standing forward fold. Walk your feet to the front of your mat. Soften your knees and fold over your thighs. You may shake your head yes and no a couple times. Release any tension. And inhale, halfway lift, palms to your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, fold down. Once more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep your arms to the sky, palms touch overhead. Exhale, hands come together in front of your heart. And just take this moment to reconnect to your affirmation, to your intention today. That our goal is to breathe in stillness and breathe out peace and flow into our center, our core. This can be physical, this can be energetic core, this can be mental core. And if there's anything you'd like to add on to this affirmation, this intention, please do that. And take a deep breath in, sweep your arms up. Focus on this moment, stillness in the mind. Exhale, fold it down. Find peace right here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, step it back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. Inhale, cobra, lift your chest. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog, toes point down. Exhale, knee to your nose, lift your hips, step your foot between your hands. Then come up onto your right fingertips to keep your right hand or your fingertips on the ground out to the right, and we'll find a triangle pose. So pivot your left heel to the ground, toes point out. And inhale, open your left arm to the sky and work to straighten into your right leg. If this is a lot for your hammies, bring a block underneath your right hand or just bend your right knee until your leg or your hammy stops screaming at you. Now bring your left hand to your right rib cage like you're hugging yourself and start to pull and twist your right rib cage up to the sky as you drag your left hand across the front of your rib cage all the way back up to the ceiling. Press your head back in alignment with your hips. Push your left heel and your right heel into the ground. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your left hand to the ground. Turn all 10 toes to the left. Keep your left hand where it is. We're moving into a wide leg fold, but crossing our arms. So take your right arm over your left arm, crossing at your elbows, and bring your right hand towards the left, your left hand towards the right. And just let your head relax. You may get your mouth and your nose in between your upper arms, and breathe. If it feels better to bend into your knees, you can do that, or turn your toes slightly in. Keep your left hand clawing down at your mat and drag your left shoulder towards your left foot as you get a left side body stretch. And soften your knees, flatten your back. We'll find eagle arm, so continue wrapping your left arm under your right arm. And then inhale, rise all the way up to stand with a flat back. Exhale, warrior two. Open your arms to a T. Turn your right toes to the front of your mat. Bend your knee and kick your left heel back past your left toes. And lift your right waist. So lift your right waist away from your right thighs. You find more space within your right side body. Breathe in stillness. Breathe out peace. Inhale, flip your right palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga to your belly. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, step through. And bring your left fingertips to the ground outside of your left toes. Pivot your right heel to the earth. Inhale, triangle pose. Right arm to the sky. And align your heels, front heel, back heel. You can always bring your left hand to a block or bend your left knee if your hammies are screaming at you. And take your right hand to your left rib cage and hug yourself. And start to drag your left rib cage up to the sky as you scrape your hand. Sounds like a more aggressive word as you pull your hand across the front of your body and reach it back up to the sky. Lengthen from your head to your tail. Press your heels into the ground. And let your breath support you in finding peace in this moment. Inhale. Exhale, right hand to the ground towards the front of your mat. Turn all 10 toes over to the right as we move into this wide leg fold and crossing our arms. So take your left arm over your right arm, crossing up at your elbows or your biceps. Let your head relax. And then hold tight onto your mat with your right hand and drag your right shoulder energetically to your right toes to stretch into your right side body. Lift your tail higher, roll your inner thighs back, and breathe. And we'll find eagle arms, so continue that wrap. Right arm under left arm, twist them. Flatten your back, inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, we'll find warrior two. Open your arms to a T, turn your left toes to the front of your mat, bend your knee, and kick your right heel past your right toes. So this just helps the hip point shift forward a little bit and takes the pressure off the joints within your right leg. Lengthen and lift your left side body, your left waist away from your left thigh. You can even do this with your hand just to encourage that little bit of growth there. And inhale, flip your left palm up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground, step back, plank. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And take a deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Step, walker, hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart, peace. Inhale, reach up, stay connected to this moment. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward dog, step back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose. Lift your hips, step through. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Sweep your arms to the sky. Lift your pelvis, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, step through. Inhale, warrior one on this side. Sweep your arms to the sky and pivot your right heel down to the ground. Sit deeper in your left knee. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step your right foot up to meet your left foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, downward dog. Focus on your breath. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose, step through. Drop your back knee, inhale, Anjaneyasana. Lift your heart, lift your pelvis. Exhale, hands to the ground, step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, step it through. Inhale, warrior one. Ground your left heel, reach up. Stay as you exhale. One more breath and lift your chest higher. Exhale, hands to the ground. Step your left foot up to meet your right foot. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Take 2 rounds of breath. Are you feeling warm? I hope you are. All right, grab some water if you haven't. If you're doing okay, just breathe at the top of your mat and focus on the intention. Breathing in stillness, breathing out peace. And as we continue to flow and this practice unravels within you, and this practice, it brings up different things for all of us. And it makes us understand different parts of us and what we're going through in our life right now. So when I say stillness and when you breathe in, can you let your body, maybe if your mind doesn't get it yet, but can you let your body connect to stillness? And with time, when you let your body do that, when you let your breath guide you there, you can actually move into a space that gives you the freedom to find peace. That's why we practice yoga. It's brain training by incorporating all of us, our breath, our movement, our body. All right, our spirit. Take a deep breath and reach up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, downward dog, step back. And press your fingertips down and away from the ground. And inhale, come up onto your tippy toes, so the balls of your feet. You can bend your knees a little bit. And as you exhale, just dip your heels over to the left side of your mat. And take a couple rounds of breath. So you're on the inner edge of your right foot, outer edge of your left foot. And press through both of your hands evenly. And inhale, come through center. Heels high, exhale, dip your heels over to the right. Inner edge of left foot, outer edge of right foot. And inhale through center. And exhale, dip your heels over to the left, and we'll move into a side plank. So extend and open your right arm to the sky. You're pressing through your left palm. You can keep your feet staggered, right foot in front of your left foot, or stack your feet, right foot over left foot. Or you can take modified side plank, left knee on the ground. Pull your belly in. Usually when we flow, these movements are faster, but today I'm encouraging you to stay here for at least 2 to 3 more breaths. In your side plank, connecting to your deep core, and notice these core muscles wrap around to your back. Breathing in stillness, breathing out peace. Even if you're wobbling in your body, can you find the stillness within? Inhale. Exhale, stretch your right arm overhead, get long. Find your plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick up and back. Exhale, right knee to your left elbow. Then step your right foot just behind your left wrist. So your knee can be bent to start. You're on the outside edge of your right foot. Come up onto your fingertips. So we're working into the ITB, connecting to that, but also all the muscle tissue, the fascia, the hip, the glute muscles around there. You may need to scoot your left toes in a little bit more. So your legs are crossed. Now squeeze your inner thighs together and press your left thigh up towards the ceiling. And if you need your blocks or your props underneath your hands because your right leg is screaming at you, grab what you need to feel supported. You can always bend your right knee as much as you need here as well. Lengthen your sternum towards the front of your mat. Unclench your jaw. Let this affirmation support you in finding release through the physical chaos of sensation, maybe the energetic ties to all the sensation as well. Let your breath support you in finding peace. Nice. Now start to bend into your right knee a lot more and step your left foot over towards your right hand. And we're going to move into an eagle pose. So you're on your right tippy toes, your left foot is completely on the earth, and your legs are crossed at your knees or your shins. Take your right arm under your left arm, eagle arms, and inhale, rise all the way up, engage your core. And exhale, find your eagle pose. So sit into your chair, then adjust your right leg, so lift it up and take it over your left leg. Squeeze them and twist them like ropes. Point your right toes down, push your foot back past your left leg. Then line up your body from your fingers to your toes, one line down your center. Feel contained. Find your balance. And physical balance can really just be a reflection of internal balance. And your internal balance can be a reflection of your external balance. So find it with the guidance of your breath. Nice job. Inhale, unwind, one leg Tadasana. Reach your arms up, right thighs parallel to the ground, flex your toes. Exhale, open twist to the right, right arm back, left arm forward. You can stay here or bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee for a deeper twist, or left hand to the outside of your right foot. Start to extend your right foot straight forward as you straighten your legs, so you're finding this L shape with your legs. Reach your right arm back, stand taller. Press your foot into your hand. You got it. And inhale, one leg Tadasana, come through center, reach up. Exhale, runner's lunge. Step your right foot to the back of your mat and frame your left foot with your hands. You need to adjust your stance, so do what you gotta do. Right palm on the ground, inhale, left arm to the sky, runner's lunge, twist, stay as you exhale. Inhale, lift your hips higher. Exhale, left hand to the ground, and we'll find a wide leg forward fold to the right. So walk your hands to the right, turn all 10 toes to the right, and relax and fold down between your legs. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Press your palms together, and you may keep your elbows super bent, or slowly work to straighten your arms and let your hands fall overhead. Engage your back body so you're less rounded. And roll your inner thighs back. Activate your core. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, warrior two. Open your arms to a T, turn your left toes forward, bend your knee, kick your right heel back. And inhale, flip your left palm up, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the ground. Step back, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward dog. And inhale, lift your heels high, come up onto your toes, maybe a little bend in your knees. And as you exhale, dip your heels down to the right. And keep them here for a couple of breaths. Press through your hands evenly. And inhale through center, heels high. Exhale, dip your heels to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, heels to the right side, plank shift forward, stretch your left arm to the ceiling, pull your lower belly in. So both of your feet can be staggered or stacked or right knee on the ground to modify. What do you need here? And remember, we're going to stay for a little bit longer than usual. We're pushing ourselves past the edge because you are so much stronger than you know. Yes, even physically. Breathe in stillness, breathe out peace. Inhale, stretch your left arm overhead and bring your left hand to the ground, plank pose. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, left knee, right elbow, then step your left foot behind your right hand. You may need to scoot your right foot up a little bit. You're on the outside edge of your left foot. Come up onto your fingertips. And with time, you can work to straighten into your left leg. Push your chest forward. Lengthen your spine and breathe. Fire up your right thigh muscles, push them up and back, squeeze your legs together, and get up in there. So we're taking the time here to connect to the outside of the leg. So when we get into eagle pose, we feel more successful, more open to find the bind within the legs. And working up to find the center of balance. So bend into both of your knees, step your right foot towards your left hand. So your right foot is on the ground all the way, you're on the tips of your left toes, and your legs are crossed up at your knees or your shins. And take your left arm under your right arm for eagle arms, and inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, eagle pose, sit low in your chair, lift your left leg, readjust your stance, and wrap it over your right leg. Point your left toes down, push your foot back, chest high, shoulders down. And notice if this side is easier to balance or harder as you work to find your line from your fingers to your toes. Even in this uncomfortable position, can you let your breath support you to finding peace? Nice. Inhale, unwind one leg, Tadasana, reach up. Exhale, open, twist to the left, left arm back, right arm forward. Stay here, bring your right hand to your left knee or your right hand to your left outer foot. Kick your left heel forward as you work to straighten your leg and twist. If you fall out, try again. This is not easy. If you know me, you know I like to challenge you. Lengthen your spine, push your left hip down, stand tall. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. Exhale, runner's lunge, step back, frame your right foot with your hands. Inhale, left palm down, right arm to the sky, twist up, stay as you exhale. Inhale, hips higher. Exhale, right hand to the ground, wide leg forward, fold to the left. Turn your feet parallel. Interlace your fingers behind your back, maybe the opposite way grip, the weird hand holding way. Squeeze your hands together, and your arms may straighten, maybe not. Lift your shoulders away from your ears, flatten your back body, and breathe. And inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Exhale, warrior two, arms to a T, turn your right toes forward, kick your left heel back. Inhale, flip your right palm, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground, Step back, downward dog. And inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. Let's take a breath here, maybe two. Notice how your body feels, that you've had 36 minutes to move with awareness. No judgment. If you feel good, cool. If you feel not so good, that's okay too. Just observe what you feel. And inhale, tabletop. Exhale, plank. So we'll come into plank pose and we'll actually do just a little bit of core work here. So heels high, inhale. And as you exhale, turn your heels over to the left. So your toes are to the right, your feet are staggered, and lengthen your sternum past the front of your mat. So the front of your body is open. If you feel pain in your low back, you can always drop your knees down and just breathe. If you're doing okay, lengthen your spine, fire up your core and your thighs. And inhale through center, to your toes. Exhale, heels to the right, chest forward, belly in. Push the ground away. If you feel pain, come through center and drop down to your knees. Inhale through center. Exhale, drop your knees down, child's pose. Inhale, come to stand up on your knees for Ustrasana, camel pose. So this is going to be a great counter for all the core work, all the deep core work we've done. Your toes can be tucked or untucked for this one. It's your choice. Bring your palms to your lower back, fingers point down, hug your elbows in. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, lift your gaze, follow the ceiling to the wall behind you. Or if you prefer just to look up, just look up. If you'd like to bring your hands to your heels, you can. Fingers in, thumbs out. Lift your chest higher and push your thigh bones back. So instead of taking the whole back bend in the low back, can we work more of the chest open, more of the mid back open? Take one more deep breath in. Slow breath out. And inhale, rise all the way up, palms to your low back. Exhale, come to sit on your heels, your shins, and bring your hands to your thighs. Take a moment, back bending, especially camel. We can stir up a lot of emotion, a lot of energy within the heart space. Just be mindful. And we'll move right into pigeon pose or half pigeon. So come to tabletop. If you'd like to move from down dog instead, you can do that. Just slide your right knee past your right wrist, out to the right. Walk your left leg back, untuck your toes. And inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lift your chest. And as you exhale, fold down. You can bring your forearms to the earth, head to a block. You can always do this pose on your back instead. And just extend your left big toe straight back. So from your hip to your toe, there's this one beautiful line of energy. And your right knee is in alignment with your right hip, or your knee is more out to the right than your hip. So find that engagement alignment as well. And if you'd like more sensation, you can come back onto your hands, bend your left knee, heel to glute muscles, and grab a hold of your left foot with your left hand, inside or outside, and you can lower back down to your right forearm, or stay up on your right hand. Slowly release your left leg. If you have it, inhale, press into the ground, walk yourself up. Exhale, roll into your right outer hip. Swing your left leg up and around for a seated spinal twist. Take your left foot to the ground outside of your right thigh, or bring your left foot to the ground in front of your right shin bone if you have tight hips. And you'll make sure your left sit bone and your foot are both on the ground. And bring your left fingertips to the earth back behind you. And wrap your right arm around your left leg, give it a hug. And as you inhale, push into the ground, sit taller. As you exhale, pull your belly in, twist your chest, your torso to the left using your core. One more breath in. Stay on the breath out. Inhale through center. And exhale, unravel your legs. And we'll just get right into pigeon on the other side. So left heel in, slide your right leg back. Adjust your stance until you find your position for pigeon. And inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lift your heart. Exhale, fold down, forearms on your mat, or you can stay up on your hands. Your left knee, hip alignment, find that position. Either they're in a line or your left knee is more to the left and extend your right big toe straight back. You can stay here or come back onto your hands, bend your right knee, grab a hold of your foot and pull it towards your bum. You may stay on your left hand or slide back down to your forearm. You can grab the inside or the outside of your foot. Notice where you're clenching, where you're fighting, where you're maybe holding on. And again, our affirmation today is more of an internal stillness that guides us to peace. So if you notice what's arising within the mind, maybe there's a lot going in the mind, you can't seem to still it, that's okay too. Focus on the body first. How can you find stillness anywhere within your body? Physically, energetically, mentally, that will bring you closer to peace, and all the other places within will start to follow in line. And slowly release your right foot if you have it. Inhale, press into the ground, walk yourself up. Exhale, roll onto your left hip. Swing your right leg up and around for a seated twist. And bring your right foot to the ground on the outside of your left thigh, the front of your left shin. Remember, sit bone and right foot on the earth. Right fingertips come to the ground, back behind you. Wrap your left arm around your right leg. You can always push your right hip back a little bit. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, belly in and twist your chest to the right. I know anytime I'm feeling anxious or heavy, there's a lot going on my mind, I always like to jump on my mat and just breathe with awareness, focus my attention on what's happening now instead of what might happen later or what has already happened. Focus on the moment. And inhale, unwind, come through center. And as you exhale, release and unravel both of your legs straight out in front of you. Grab your glute muscles, pull them back, and straighten into your legs the best you can. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, seated forward fold. Grab a hold of your feet, your ankles, or your shins, and let your head relax. Push your chest forward. Soften your belly down. Take a deep breath in. Slow breath out. Peace. And hands to your shins. Inhale, walk yourself up to a seat. Exhale, lower down to your back. Then hug your knees into your chest here. You can rock side to side a couple times. Massage your low back down on the ground. Maybe make some circles with your knees, your hips. And if there's any final asana or movements or postures your body is calling for, now is the time to honor that. Whether it be a happy baby or a butterfly or a twist. And then we'll get set up for Shavasana, final relaxation. So you'll extend your legs out in front of you. Let your toes fall open. Rest your hands by your sides. Flip your palms up to the sky. And just start to soften down. This part of our practice is just as important, even more important than all the physical work. Because without grounding down all the internal work that we've done today, conscious, subconscious, there's no place for those seeds to then begin to grow. And this is what we're doing here in Shavasana, is resting, grounding down, letting this entire practice of stillness, moving to peace, moving to center, can integrate within us on all levels, on all parts. So just take this moment to scan your body from your head to your toes and just notice if there's any places where you're still holding on, where you're still clenching. And with love and kindness, ask your body to soften down. Let your breath be effortless, uncontrolled. Let your mind be slow and relaxed. And let this moment support you in every way as you rest. And please feel free to stay here and rest for as long as Shavasana is calling to you. Might even suggest staying here for at least 3 more minutes. But if you are ready to reawaken, you can very gently deepen your breath. Wiggle into your fingers, your toes. Roll your ankles, your wrists. And you can bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground, and just roll to your right side and press yourself to a seat. There's no rush to that. And if you're still in Shavasana, stay there and close out with me right where you are. If you're in your seat, bring your hands together in front of your heart. Thank yourself for practicing today, for flowing with intention, for breathing with awareness, and for giving yourself the time to just remove any distraction, to remove any stress, any tension, so that you can connect and build this deeper, more loving, more kind relationship to you. The more we move inward, the more we journey within, I feel that we just have a greater understanding and relationship with life externally, with nature, with the plants, with animals, with other human beings. Because it's merely just a reflection. So the more that we can take the time to connect, it'll bring us peace through stillness, peace through love and connection. So thank you for sharing a piece of your day, of your practice and time with me. It was really a gift. Namaste. All right. Take your time getting up. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you have any class recommendations, send them my way, or poses that you'd like to work on, or even workshops that you'd like to move through. If you like this class, you can give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. I make yoga classes as well for my YouTube, and I have a new platform coming out very soon that's going to have lots of full-length classes on there, lots of workshops, pranayama, meditation classes that will be all available to you. And when that finally comes to, I will let all of you know how to access that. So you can also follow me on my Instagram, Kiana. That's where I keep a lot of my content and also work and yoga. So do that if you'd like to, and I will see you again very soon. I will be on here tomorrow, YouTube Live with Black Swan Yoga, 5:30 p.m. with the same flow, moving into center. Affirmation is breath in to stillness, breath out to peace. All right, you guys, have a great rest of your day. If it's raining where you are, stay cozy, watch some movies, eat some food, and chillax. If it's sunny, go outside, get some sun, or you can play in the rain. I might do that. All right, bye y'all.